Deep in the jungles of South Asia lives a tiny creature unlike any other. If you've ever been asked in a job interview, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? This animal takes the theoretical out of that question. This is a deer, but it's about the size of a duck. Oh, and it also has vampire fangs. So you might want to reconsider fighting that horse-sized duck. This is the adorably tiny mouse deer, also known as the Chevrotain. Hi, I'm Dylan, and welcome to This Natural Planet. Despite the name, the mouse deer is not actually a deer, or a mouse for that matter, and are on a completely different branch of the ruminant family tree. Ruminants are hoofed, even-toed ungulates, often with 4 stomachs. Giraffes, cows, bison, pronghorns, elk, deer, and moose are all ruminants, and they all share one characteristic not found in the Chevrotain: size. Chevrotains are absolutely tiny. In fact, they're the smallest ruminant in the world. They average at about 12 inches tall at the shoulder. So why are they so small? Well, they're the only members of their infraorder, and they've been evolving separately from other ungulates for around 30 million years. That's right, these tiny vampire deer have been walking around on this natural planet on their tiny little pretzel stick legs since the Oligocene epoch, well before mammoths came and went. In Asia, there are 9 species of Chevrotain across 2 genera. During their peak in the Miocene, Chevrotains lived all over the world, but today they only live in the jungles of South Asia, from India and Sri Lanka to Borneo, Java, and Sumatra. However, there is one species of Chevrotain that lives almost on the other side of the globe. This is the water Chevrotain, and it lives in the rainforests of Western and Central Africa from the Congo to Sierra Leone. Living so far away from their relatives, these mouse deer do things a bit differently. Not only are they about an inch taller, but instead of being strict herbivores like their cousins, the water Chevrotain are more generalist and will eat crabs, fish, insects, and scavenge food when they need to. And their name? Well, water Chevrotains, you guessed it, love to swim. If the 33-pound water Chevrotain is the largest in the family, which one's the smallest? Well, that honor goes to the Java mouse deer, which weighs in at just 3.5 pounds. That's only a bit heavier than a hefty mallard, and those have hollow bones. This makes the Java mouse deer the smallest ungulate in the world, only rivaling the rusty spotted cat for title of weeest, most adorable little animal that looks like it should be a lot bigger. Seriously, how are these cats so small? The mouse deer's tiny bodies are held up by even tinier little legs, which measure about the diameter of a pencil. But size isn't the only thing that sets these tiny ungulates apart. You may have noticed that they have fangs. So why would a 12-inch ungulate have vampire fangs? Antlers and horns in other ungulate species like bighorn sheep, deer, gazelle, springbok, and many others are used in the rut to fight for dominance, for territory, as well as the right to reproduce. But rather than evolving large combat crowns, Chevrotains have instead evolved a more subtle tool: saber teeth. Fangs are actually surprisingly somewhat common in the ungulate world, and they have convergently evolved in several distantly related species, including the tufted deer, the musk deer, the water deer, and the muntjac. Interestingly, all of these fang species are endemic to South, Central, and Eastern Asia. While their relatives from other parts in the world found success with complex horns or antlers, it seems that in this part of Asia, fangs are the way to go. These vampire-looking fangs are actually just elongated canine teeth, and like with most ungulates with antlers, it's only the males that have these terrifyingly cute mini tusks. And like their competitive cousins, male Chevrotains too use their terror teeth to fight for the right to reproduce, biting their opponents into submission. YouTube won't let me show it, but it's pretty brutal. Yet despite their exaggerated canines, in some species, the males are smaller than the females by as much as 20%. Chevrotain biology has remained fairly unchanged for the last 30 million years or so, and as a result, they have a lot of archaic features not seen in many more evolved ruminant species. Some scientists have even called Chevrotains a link between non-ruminant and ruminant species. For example, while they do have a multi-chambered stomach like other ruminants, they only have 3 chambers rather than 4. Like other ruminants, they lack upper incisor teeth, but unlike other ruminants, they have upper canines that never stop growing. While most ruminants have 2 toes, Chevrotains have 4. They also lack scent glands below their eyes and between their toes, which are rather common among ruminants. Suffice to say, Chevrotains like to do things a bit differently. But one behavior that they do share with many ruminants, as well as some humans, the females eat their placenta after having given birth. Yum. Being so small helps the Chevrotain avoid their predators, of which they have many. Dholes, tigers, leopards, eagle owls, crocs, large snakes, and many other predators all prey upon the diminutive Chevrotain. Chevrotains are largely solitary, but some species will form monogamous family groups. They were once thought to be strictly nocturnal, but more recent research has found that some species, like the Java mouse deer, are active throughout the day and often rest at night, while other species, like the lesser Malay Chevrotain and Williamson's mouse deer, appear to be crepuscular and are primarily active at dusk and dawn. Their matchstick legs, mixed brown coloring, and sometimes striped or spotted pattern helps them hide from these predators, but unfortunately, it also means that they're hiding from us. Very little is known about the behaviors of Chevrotains in the wild, especially their reproductive biology. We do know that they breed throughout the year and give birth to a single offspring. Following a successful, albeit brief courtship, the copulation lasts for between 2 and 5 minutes, after which the males and females generally go back to their solitary forest lifestyle. Chevrotains are so elusive that one species, the silverback Chevrotain, disappeared for 28 years before finally being spotted on trap cams set up by a team of scientists in the Annamite Mountains in Vietnam in 2019. Given their skittish nature, elusive behavior, and challenging habitat, it is very difficult to correctly ascertain the population levels for all the different species of Chevrotain. 5 species of Chevrotain have declining populations, and the other 5? Well, we just don't know enough about them yet. Fortunately, only one of the 10 Chevrotain species, the Philippine mouse deer, is listed as endangered. If you would like to support the Chevrotain, I've linked several scientific organizations in the description for you to check out. They're all doing really great work and they could use your support. As we continue to learn more about these amazing creatures, we can help protect them and their habitats, hopefully ensuring their survival for many generations to come. What animal should I explore next time? Please let me know in the comments, and if you want more videos about the amazing animals on this natural planet, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.